Hello everyone, and welcome to our series dealing with the demonic as far as how to get the devil out of our lives. And we notice that there is a parallel between the military interactions for the nation of Israel against their enemies and what we have to deal with today as far as demonic entities. And today we wish to highlight the fact that it is up to us not to make compromises or deals or covenants with the enemy. And our text for today is out of Exodus 23. And it says here halfway through verse 31, it says, I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and then you will drive them out before you. Right? Notice who is doing what? God gives us the authority. God gives us the power to drive the demonic entities out. But it's up to us to do it. That is to say, we don't say, God, drive this demonic entity out. It's us. We are the ones who are doing the driving out, right? That is very important that we understand this. Number 32, we have a part to play in this. God doesn't give us authority for us to do nothing with it. God gives us authority to tread on the serpents and the snakes in order for us to get the job done. 32, you must make no covenant with them or their gods. We cannot be compromising. It stands to reason that if we compromise with the devil here, compromise with the devil there, we're allowing the devil to do this to us. We're allowing the devil to talk us into living in ways that we should not be living. And then we want to go cast him out of our lives. What happens? It doesn't work. Because if we're living in sin, God is not going to drive out the devil from our midst. However, the devil knows this. And so the devil's number one tactic is to try to get us to compromise on this, on that, and then he gets us, right? And so I'm not saying every single time we can't cast a demon out of a situation or out of our lives or out of someone else's life, it goes back to this issue. But we have to be adult about it and think, well, maybe somewhere, right? We want to search ourselves and think, where have I perhaps made a covenant? Where have I put up with the devil here or there? Where have I agreed with him on something? Where I've allowed him to take up residence on my property? We talked in the last video in Ephesians 4:27. It says, do not give the devil place or opportunity in some translations. Well, the only reason it says that is because we are the ones who give the opportunity to the devil to take up residence, right? And so we have to make sure we're not doing that. One of the ways that he does that is that he talks us into giving into sin. And so we cannot be compromising with the devil and expect to drive him out. And so we want to notice that they must not live in our land. This is an all or nothing thing. We cannot allow the devil a little bit here and a little bit there, and then we expect to drive him out. No, we want to make sure that we push him out of our entire land, out of our entire life. And then when we meet him and it's time to drive him out, then we have the authority and the power to do so.